Oh, we live.
We live. My wife made some very delicious chicken tinga tacos for dinner tonight.
What's chicken tinga? I'm not familiar.
It is this chicken that is marinated in a tomato pepper sauce, and it was unbelievable. A little bit of kick to it. So I've already had my Tums because that's where I'm at in life. Was that a beer?
I guess you're just gonna have to wait for the stream to start to find out.
See, that's the thing is, I know you don't know this, but I cannot see you right now, but I know you can see me, which is really weird.
Yeah, I got all the boxes for everybody down here at the bottom.
Yeah,
including our producer.
Our who? Our what?
Yeah, we talk about our producers, but the void's actually been filled, which we're very excited about. I don't know if we're ready for that yet or not, but it's happening. It's big things.
What's up, Josh? Welcome. Glad you're
comments
here.
Are firing off already, huh?
Michael, I'm well.
Folks are ready to go.
Ready to watch King and Maniac meet off tackle.
Hey, Joe, I made a fantasy football trade. I'd like your reaction to it. Okay, so my team is 5-4. We started 1-3. It was a rough start. But obviously we've rebounded, and all it took was me trading DeAndre Hopkins away because there's obviously the very embarrassing Sacco punishment for whoever finishes last in this league.
Right.
So desperate times, desperate measures. Well, it ended up now I'm 5-4.
Okay.
So it was an auction league, and I've had Tua Tagovailoa on my bench this entire season, hoping he would get a chance to start. Now I'm going to go really bold. He's going to be one of my 2 starting quarterbacks. I traded Matt Ryan for Gardner Minshew, so I have a backup quarterback available, and David Johnson. So I could get Devin Singletary out of my starting lineup.
Well, I mean, as long it's just a 1-year league, right?
Yes, it's a 1-year league.
So you're basically saying I want Tua in my lineup, and I need a place for this to happen. So, Kyle, I think Matt Ryan's probably a good play the rest of the way, man.
Do you see his schedule though?
Yeah, it's tough.
I also have Jared Goff, so I get to start Jared Goff and Tua Tagovailoa, and Gardner Minshew should be the backup, and I got an upgraded running back.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel like your quarterback is comparable, and then you upgrade your running back, I think that makes sense.
Yes.
It's definitely not like you killed the trade or like you got killed, but for what your team needed, I think it makes sense.
Correct. Yes. So this trade deadline this Saturday. You ready?
Yes. I'm ready.
Okay. Well, let's roll it in with the sick intro video. Thanks to our friends in the media department, and also shouts to our friends at Mighty Swell. All of the Draft Network live streams brought to you by our friends at Mighty Swell. For my money, Joe, the best adult seltzer on the market. We know this kind of drink has gotten real red hot over the course of the past, year, 18 months?
Mm-hmm.
Mighty Swell. New on the block. Don't miss them. Okay, so playoffpredictors.com. Here we are. Everybody's going to get to see this process, how we do this every single time, which is exciting.
Yeah,
roll the curtain back for everybody.
Yep.
Now, here's my ultimate challenge, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have to have the browser open to see playoffpredictors.com, I can't read the comments.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to need you to be a little more dialed in than you normally are.
I've been doing better. I really have.
Better is an objective phrasing. It's a low bar to set.
I'll be dialed in, but we have a little help, right? For that, maybe? Yes?
No. The producer's not in on the show. Oh, look, I resized the browser, got even bigger. That's beautiful.
Good.
So if you missed Thursday, Thursday's episode of Draft Dudes, we did the AFC already. So you can see the records for the AFC teams on the screen. We have predicted all 16. The remaining games left to be played. This is what we're working with for the AFC. We'll do the NFC side of things. Joey will also reveal what our predicted draft order is and what the playoff outcomes are. It's going to be a fun show.
Shall we?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll us in.
What's better than this? Guys being dudes here on the Draft Dudes podcast, presented by Locked On. It's Joe Marino and Kyle Krabs from the Draft Network, and we are your hosts here on this live episode of the podcast. We're in your podcast feed on a Friday. Today's episode is brought to you by Pepsi. This football season will be different, and Pepsi is here to get you ready for game day no matter how you watch this season. Pepsi is a refreshment you need to power through game day and become a member of the League of Football Watchers. These passionate fans are the real generational talent that Pepsi fuels, because Pepsi isn't made for those who play the game. It's made for those who watch it. Pepsi, made for football watching. Kyle, it's time to pick the NFC. It's time to pick the playoffs at the midway point.
Yeah, here we go. Should we acknowledge we did have one would you rather from the comments?
Here it is.
It's going to cover up your face, but we
Sure.
typically do would you rather on Thursday nights. This was the first one I saw. Would you rather put your franchise in the hands of Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Sam Howell, or Spencer Rattler if they were all eligible to declare this year? Zach Wilson.
I think it's Zach Wilson. That was the name I was
Zach
leaning
Wilson.
towards. Yeah.
Okay. So no shame.
Yep.
Okay. So what division would you like to do first on the NFC side of things?
The least. Let's start with the least.
Okay. So we're going to start with the last place Dallas Cowboys right now,
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
Okay. So here are the games up through week 9 have already been played. They're on bye week this week. We've already picked them to lose to Baltimore and Cincinnati when we did the AFC on Thursday's show. So, Joe, do you think the Dallas Cowboys coming off the bye can go to Minnesota and beat the Vikings?
No.
Not if Dalvin Cook's playing, right?
No. It's a home game for Minnesota, and I think Minnesota's shown some life here lately. So give me the Vikes.
Yeah, Dalvin's on a tear, and I agree with you. I think Minnesota is going to kind of put themselves in a weird spot where they're going to rebound to the point where there's going to be some misleading impressions about the franchise, right? Because they started out so bad, and now all of a sudden they got a little life in them. So Thursday, short week, Thanksgiving, Washington. This must have been the game that you were saying on Thursday's show with the bad Thanksgiving.
The
game.
First two are not great, but then
they're bad.
If you're not in a food coma, come 8:30,
which we will be.
Right. So look, the streak, the skid, excuse me, stops here for Dallas. I think they claim this one.
Okay, I can get behind that.
3-10.
Okay, so we already picked Dallas. We already picked Cincinnati. Dallas hosting San Francisco. And at the rate that San Francisco is getting hurt, this might be on the table for a winnable game for Dallas.
Yeah, but I think from a scheme perspective, I think San Francisco's offense presents a lot of challenges. Dallas is just reeling on. No, they're reeling on defense, man.
You don't think they can't get after this, whoever their quarterback situation is here?
A little bit, but I don't know.
You don't think the pass rush, Alden Smith, DeMarcus Lawrence?
If you take the home team, I'm just saying I don't think this is a beyond San Francisco from winning this game.
Okay, so what's your formal pick? San Francisco?
I have a slight lean towards San Francisco, but if you feel strong about Dallas, then go with Dallas.
They ain't beating Philly, right?
No.
Will they beat the Giants? We could be looking at a 3-13 Dallas Cowboys, which they went 4-12 the year they ended up getting Dak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they took Zeke, top 5. Dak went in the 4th round, helped prompt a quick turnaround. There's potential for the same type of rebound for Dallas, but they're off the rails this year. So you giving them a win over Giants or no?
Well, it's not Washington or Tampa Bay. So can Daniel Jones win this game?
Oh, yeah. Good point. No. The answer is no.
Dude, I have no lean whatsoever. That makes me want to pick the home team, but
Come on. We're giving this team one win the rest of the way.
I guess.
Just give them the Dallas game.
Give them the win.
Give them Dallas dub.
All right.
Okay. Washington football team.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing Detroit this week.
Lions.
You didn't even think about it.
I just don't. I mean, Alex Smith their quarterback, right? And I feel like he's so limited. He doesn't have any weapons. Is Stafford good to go this week?
I would assume so.
I would think.
Alex looked okay, except for the turnover plays. That's like if this guy stinks at running the ball if you take out all his runs of 50 yards or more.
Right.
Okay. I'm not going to fight you. We picked Cincinnati, Dallas, Pittsburgh, Washington facing San Francisco. Any life in this team in this game?
I don't think so. I think this is a Niners dub.
Okay. Better teams. I think San Francisco, based on what they have available to them, has more that still is going to make their system work, right? I think Washington's kind of going to get put in a box offensively a little bit. They ain't beating Seattle, right?
No, and Seattle, I think, is 20-5, or now they're 20-6 in their last 26 games in the Eastern time zone.
Yep.
So that's not something they struggle with. I think they take care of that game.
Can they take this game from Carolina? You're
gonna do
you're gonna do the Carolina jingle, I'm sure. But...
No, I did that this morning. That was a one and done. Listen to the podcast if you want to hear me sing the original Panthers touchdown song.
Thank God.
I think this is one of those games where you feel like Ron. They're going to give Ron their best in this one, right? Because I think they're going to like Ron.
Yeah,
an inspired effort. Carolina's coming to their place.
Not an insurmountable.
It's not
offensive attack for Carolina.
Do it.
Okay.
Washington.
Okay. And then
people want
Philly again.
Comments want the jingle again, Kyle.
Philly is not getting swept by Washington, and they had no business losing the first game based on the way the first half went. You gonna fight me here or no?
No, Philly. Kyle, we have multiple people wanting the jingle in the comments.
When we get to Carolina, the next game that we pick Carolina to win, you can do the jingle.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Giants hosting Philadelphia this week coming off the bye.
Philly gets this one.
I agree. Giants in Seattle.
Seattle wins that game.
Yeah, no. Only other game for the Giants. This is to determine our bet, Joe.
It's Cardinals, man. Cardinals are winning that one.
Okay. So this division stinks.
So who won the bet based on this?
It's tie.
And did they split the series?
No, they didn't. Washington lost them both, but that's not part of the thing. It was just who had more wins. It wasn't. There's no tiebreaker for.
I bet, especially if that would be the tiebreaker, right?
Yeah, you little shit. So somebody in the comments, Jason said, if the NFC East winner is better than 7, 8, and 1, Joe and Kyle should never do this again. We're gonna have Philly as having more than. They're going to have 8 wins, right? Like maybe. I just saw which 4 games we have left to pick.
Yeah, geez,
they'll steal one of these. They'll steal one.
So we got to figure out which one. Okay. Oh, Seattle's going to. Seattle.
I feel like it's New Orleans. That's a December game outdoors.
Yeah,
425 kick.
I like.
That's the one they'll steal.
So we like Seattle. We like Green Bay, right?
Yes. Seattle and Green Bay will beat Philly. Philly steals the one against New Orleans. They're 8-6-1 with 1 game left to pick. It's week 15, Eagles versus Cardinals.
Kyler's mobility against those linebackers.
Oh, yeah. Good with it?
Yeah. I like it, yeah.
Okay, so final NFC East standings. Eagles, 8-7-1. Dallas, 4-12. With 3 wins against other teams in the division. The Giants 3-13 and Washington 3-13.
All right.
It's about right. I think the Eagles at this point are the only team with redeeming qualities. So that's why we're kind of rallying to them as the division winner.
Well, and they get 5 of their 8 wins against division opponents.
Correct.
So,
Also helps.
right.
You want to do the West? That's the pattern we followed last time.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Dude, we got San Francisco at 7-5 right now.
Yeah. Well, here comes some L's.
Yeah. I could see probably 3 or 4 here.
Let's hand them out. So first one is Niners. Saints.
Yes. This week, Niners at Saints.
I like this for New Orleans.
Yeah.
Coming off a hot win over
49ers
Tampa.
ain't winning that one. Come on. Bye week. Coming off the bye against the Los Angeles Rams. They have an opportunity to get a little healthy with the bye.
Yeah, revenge game.
Much needed.
Revenge win for the Rams.
You don't think there's any chance San Francisco coming off the bye gets this one?
I do think there's a chance, but we think they're going to sweep the Rams this year.
I don't know. I'm just asking the question because
Yeah,
it sets up favorably for a. If it's the best time you could possibly hope to catch the Rams coming off the bye.
I feel like you want to pick the Niners.
I'm just asking the question. I don't have a problem picking the Rams.
I think I like the Rams there.
Okay, so next unpicked game, San Francisco at Arizona. Arizona won earlier in the season.
Yeah, week 1. Like the healthy teams were there for that game.
The only time we saw San Francisco healthy.
Right. I sort of like some of the matchups that San Francisco has on defense. But I mean, what do you have? What do you think here, man? Do you have a hunch?
I can get behind Arizona because, just kind of having an awareness at what we have their record at right now.
Yeah.
At 8-4 through games picked. I don't think it would be egregious to pick Arizona, and they seem like they're a team that's kind of gonna piece it together this year and make a run and win some ball games. So I'm good with Arizona.
All right. You want to save it, Seattle, San Francisco?
Yes, we need to figure out if Seattle needs to win this football game or not. You still with me?
I'm here.
Okay. You weren't for a sec. Rams. No, Cardinals. I lied. Oh, this is tough. So we already picked them to lose to Buffalo week 10. Joe, the next game, it's a short week in Seattle to play the Seahawks, who Arizona already super pissed off when they upset them the first time they played.
Seattle had no business losing that game the first time. They're not losing at home on a short week.
Lock it in. Okay. Week 13, Arizona home against the Rams.
Split them.
This is the first. You split them?
Yeah, I'll give them the home wins.
Home and home?
Yep.
Done. Arizona's 10-6.
Good year. Good for them. After
That's about
10-1. I mean,
yeah, it's about what the ceiling you thought would be for this team, right?
Yeah, and they reached it. I mean, good for them for sure.
Rams this week coming off the bye, facing the Seattle Seahawks. I really wish Seattle. That was what I was getting ready to say. I really wish Seattle hadn't lost 2 in a row already because I could see this being a winnable game for the Rams.
Correct. But I mean,
do we think there's a chance these teams split? We can always go road and road.
I think that's probably safe. I think let's go road and road. Yeah.
So Seattle, they're eager to in a get right game. The Rams will have them upset Seattle in Seattle week 16, which means Seattle is probably going to need that game, that week 17 game that we didn't pick yet. And then the only other game left to pick is
Tampa, Monday night. I like Tampa. I think their defense matches up really well with Los Angeles.
They got good speed on the second level to kind of deal with the Rams' zone rushing attack. The Rams really don't have like that alpha receiver. They got a lot of really good complementary receivers, but they don't have an overwhelming presence there that could kind of try and challenge some of Tampa's young corners. So I think Tampa wins that game. So that puts the Rams at 10-6 as well.
Some tiebreakers are going to matter here in the NFC, huh?
Braden is helping us out here in the comments. Pete Carroll 2-4 versus McVay. Just food for thought.
All right, what do we got? We have to go back to that Seattle game?
Yeah, the Seattle game. I mean, we don't have to pick it yet. We could see what Green Bay looks like.
Yeah, I think we still need to wait. I do.
Okay. Cool. But Seattle will win the West, regardless. They've clinched.
Congrats. With 2 10-win teams underneath them. That's impressive.
We're doing the South next, yes? Get your pipes ready for the jingle. We're doing Atlanta first, though. Atlanta's on the bye this week, and then they catch New Orleans coming out of the bye in New Orleans. The games that we have picked thus far for Atlanta, they are 4-8. They got 2 games against New Orleans and 2 games against Tampa.
Are you inclined to give splits?
I was gonna say they should probably steal one of these wins, one of these games. I don't foresee them. They did this. They did this last year, didn't they? This was the game that they stole. Was the one in New Orleans?
Coming off a bye here too.
Who does New Orleans play this week? San Francisco. There's no letdown potential. But this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be 7 wins in a row for the Saints if they were to beat Atlanta, and assuming they do follow through on what we picked, which is beat San Francisco this week. So I can get behind this being the one.
Congrats.
So we good with that?
Yeah, you don't get it twice, though.
No, New Orleans, they play 2 weeks later, and they'll say, screw you. Then they got a road trip to the Chargers, which we already picked as a Chargers stub. 2 games against Tampa Bay. Late game Tom Brady, or late season Tom Brady. They're going to be in take care of business mode in my mind.
I think so.
What a brutal finish. Your last 3 games are Tampa, Kansas City, and Tampa again.
It's tough, man.
That's rude.
Kansas City scary by the Lakers. Week 16.
No idea what you just said.
I'm sorry to hear that. I said that the schedule makers were not kind with that matchup in week 16.
Oh, yeah. No, they were not.
Yep.
So, next Panthers win, and I see it here on the schedule. I see it.
I do too. It's not week 10.
Correct. Tampa will win that game.
But
it's right here, week 11. So give me the Panthers jingle. They're going to beat the Detroit Lions week 11.
Stand and cheer for the Panthers. Stand and cheer for your team. Stand and cheer for the Panthers. C-R-O-L-I-N-A, go Carolina. I went faster. C-A-R-O-L-I-N-A, go Carolina.
This is
you don't have to go that fast. I went
television.
Way too fast. Yeah. I had them approve of Morocco going there too.
Yeah, well, I was jiving with it, and then we misspelled Carolina. Panthers dub.
So they get their win for the yeah.
Are they going to get another win?
If they are, I think it's this Minnesota game.
I could see them winning this football game. Teddy Bridgewater revenge game?
Oh, yes.
Lock it in, right?
C-R-O-L-I-N, go Carolina.
They ain't beating Green Bay.
Nope.
Week 17, just by the way it looks like the rest of the schedules in this division are going to play out, New Orleans is going to have something to play for.
Give it to them. There you go. 6-10 Panthers.
Okay. Now, New Orleans Saints. We have 1 game left to pick. It's a Christmas Day game against the Minnesota Vikings. It's a dub, right?
Yeah.
Dub. Lock it in. Club dub. Saints, 11-5. Oh, Lordy.
So the Bucs.
Are we giving the Bucs a little too much love here?
The run. Well, crap, because they're going to win both of these, huh? They should.
They should win both of these.
So what? Where's the game where you're like,
Rams?
Yeah, we should have done that.
Rams.
I sort of agree.
So we'll flip it.
That changes things, though. Give them both these wins. Yeah, so they beat Minnesota and Detroit for people that are not watching.
Saints fans are going to be so mad at us. They swept Tampa, and they're not going to.
They've been mad at me for like 4 years now.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't have traded up for Marcus Davenport. That's on them.
Right. I gave that class an F, and I was right. You just hated it at the time. What contributions are they getting from that draft class, man? All right.
Everybody in the comments is saying Chiefs. Give the Chiefs the game against Tampa, but we can't pick Kansas City to go undefeated the rest of the way and go 15-1. We just can't. We can't justify it. Kansas City has to lose a game somewhere. For us, it's Tampa. Are we comfortable with 12-4 Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I think if you look at the strength of schedule, it's very reasonable.
It's not. Yeah, they don't have like a juggernaut of a schedule. I mean, look at this stretch. They do have Kansas City. They got. Carolina, Minnesota, Atlanta, Detroit, Atlanta again. I mean,
this Rams game is a perfect setup for the letdown game because they're looking ahead
to Kansas City. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Comments are still angry that we're picking Tampa to beat Kansas City, but Kansas City has to lose a game, guys. We're not picking them to go 15-1. We're not doing it.
I think the Chiefs will be just fine when we get to the playoffs here. It'll be
I think they're gonna
be okay.
One seed anyway. They'll be just fine. We already have 2 14-2 teams. We're not gonna have 15-1, 14-2.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. Detroit Lions. Braden, you're Chiefs fan. Stop. Braden's like, they'll go 15-1. Detroit Lions. We have them at 5-8 right now, Joe.
Yep.
Their next game at Chicago. Chicago, say what you will about their offense. They play tough defense.
Mm-hmm. I like it for Chicago at home.
I like this. A home win for Chicago. Now, they ain't beating Green Bay, right?
Right, but so we have at Green Bay at 12-2 with this win.
Yeah.
So, okay, give it to them.
Now, Minnesota at Detroit. I'm kind of compelled to pick the Lions.
That sounds good. I'm not going to fight you on that.
You're not going to fight me at all.
I mean, I don't like the defensive line linebackers, and I think they can run the football, but I don't know. Like,
let's give it to them. We never give Detroit anything.
Okay, so they get to 6-10, and Joe Marine makes on his other 7 wins for the Lions in his bet that he made early this year.
That's perfect. That's perfect. So now we got Minnesota 5-9 right now. They're playing Monday Night Football against the Chicago Bears this week.
Those are the only 2 games left we have, right? Is both Bears games.
Correct.
I'm sort of compelled to say split them.
Yeah, but look at the history between these 2 teams.
You talk about this all the time. Who is it that wins every time? Is it Chicago?
I believe Chicago owns Minnesota. Like owns them. Our producer, this would be a great tap in for him. But I don't we teased it in the pre-show. We're actually getting a producer, which we're very excited about.
Yes. I like the split, to be honest with you. You want to get a sweep here for somebody?
Paige DeMacos is going to be real. I kind of want to give Chicago a sweep, to be honest with you. Chicago has won the last 4. The last 4.
So that puts the Vikings at. That puts the Vikings at.
Let's just do home and home. Be done with it.
Okay. All right. I'm happy.
Now, Chicago Bears. We got them at 8-6. 2 games left against Green Bay.
Okay, so this first one is interesting because the Bears are off the bye, but the Packers are at home.
Well, let's look at Green Bay's schedule here too and see what they're stringing together. I kind of feel like this one should be the loss for Green Bay. With Chicago coming off the bye, but split.
Okay.
That agreeable with you?
It's agreeable with me.
Okay. So we have Green Bay 13-3, Chicago 9-7, Minnesota and Detroit both at 6-10.
So Matt LaFleur starts his coaching career 26-6 or something like that.
Yeah, he's got a great program there with a
you.
very good coach. Now, the Seattle needs to win this game if they have any hope to get the 1 seed and get the bye. So
I'm willing to bet on Russ, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
And it works. That's your 1 seed, Seattle at 13-3.
So we have the playoffs are set for the NFC, huh?
Yeah, so the AFC seeding, which we did on Thursday's show, was the 1 seed Kansas City, the 2 seed the Pittsburgh Steelers, the 3 seed the Buffalo Bills, the 4 seed the Tennessee Titans, the 5 seed is the Baltimore Ravens, the 6 seed the Miami Dolphins, the 7 seed the Cleveland Browns. On the
Bills, Dolphins, Browns, all in the playoffs.
Yeah, what a 2020 personified, right?
God intended it.
So, the NFC side of things, Seattle Seahawks 1 seed, Green Bay Packers 2 seed, both 13-3 teams. The 3 seed is Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the 4 seed the Philadelphia Eagles, the 5 seed the New Orleans Saints, the 6 the LA Rams, the 7 the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay.
Would you like to do playoffs or the draft order?
I guess we should do
so that we can playoffs. Yeah, I'm dumb. I'm so stupid, Joe.
Gosh,
God, I'm so stupid.
I don't know what that's from, but you do that all the time, so I knew to do that.
Right? Because I'm dumb. It's because I'm dumb. All right, so we're gonna do every other game except for Miami and Buffalo, and everybody in the comments needs to submit your vote because Buffalo in this scenario sweeps Miami in the regular season. They play back-to-back weeks. I'm not picking it, and Joe's gonna pick Buffalo. People like
can I say
people like you more than they like me. They're going to vote for Buffalo. Don't worry.
I have a stat, and it's useful for the voting, but I think we've talked so many times about it's hard to beat a team twice. We talk about it's hard to beat a team 3 times. So I looked it up. What happens when we have this opportunity for a team to beat a team 3 times? Mm-hmm. Since 2000, it's happened 8 times where you've had a team that has played each other 3 times, and the team won the first 2. 6 of the last 8 times a team had the opportunity to win a 3rd game against that team, they did it.
They did do it.
Yeah. And 67% of the time in NFL history, the team wins the 3rd time. So we say it's hard to do, but it's statistically it happens all the time.
So the common sense pick here would be Buffalo at home in January. Probably going to be a Bills dub.
It's up to the
I got more Buffalo votes anyway. I think I only see 2 votes for Miami.
All right, let's work through this. This is serious, man.
Pittsburgh, yes. Cleveland.
Pittsburgh over Cleveland.
I think they will overwhelm Cleveland. The first matchup was not very promising for Cleveland being able to bounce back. The Baltimore versus Tennessee one is interesting.
It's a hell of a game, dude.
Baltimore has the better defense.
Tennessee beat them last year in the playoffs.
They did.
It wasn't hard.
Right. But that was last year.
So we've going into the year, right? We were all in on revenge year for Lamar.
Yeah.
So it's not really happened. They have a good record, but he's nowhere near the player he was last year.
Right. The offense looks different.
Do you sort of feel like just this, like the 3rd time, right? What this team has on defense.
Yes.
Like there's
Baltimore has so much talent on the defensive side of the ball, and they are both teams that are predicated around running the ball offensively.
And Baltimore is a better defense, and I believe they can contain the run game better than Tennessee's defense has been bad, Kyle. Give the Ravens a dump.
Right.
Let's go.
Correct. Now,
all right.
NFC side, wild card round. 4 seed Eagles versus 5 seed Saints.
How happy are the Eagles to have this game at home?
Well, they played this game already.
Right.
We picked the Eagles to win this game already.
We did. Not twice in a row.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So 3 seed Tampa Bay versus 6 seed Rams, another matchup that happened in the season, and we gave the Rams that win.
I like this for Tampa. Revenge win, Brady, all that stuff.
Yep. So 2 revenge wins on the NFC side of things thus far.
Yep.
Arizona against Green Bay. Very fun matchup. Very fun matchup.
Man, okay. I think that Arizona presents all kinds of problems for Green Bay's defense.
They do.
But it's
because
in
they're
Green
Green
Bay.
Bay.
It's a team from the desert going to Lambeau in January against Aaron Rodgers. I think Arizona can win this game. But Kyler's first playoff start, you saw Lamar, you saw Josh Allen in his first playoff start. You know, I mean, like, doesn't always go well.
The experience factor is so
Right.
big in Green Bay's favor.
Right.
But Kyler's like you said, Kyler's capable of winning this game, which is why I want to pick Arizona, but I don't know if I can.
I do too, but Aaron Rodgers at home against a quarterback in their first playoff start,
Did you see the numbers? I think it was Michael Lopez that did it. It was probability of converting a first down on runs on first and second downs. Did you see this number? Arizona's first in the league, 75% probability.
So they just don't get to third down. It's not their thing, huh?
Well, no, I'm saying on third and fourth downs, when they run the football with a handoff, they have a 75% probability of converting that for a first down.
Jeez. Yeah, it's a nightmare for Packers, huh?
Yes.
And Mike Pettin's a bad defensive coordinator.
Give me the Cardinals, man. Give me the Cardinals.
Oh, dude.
Everybody in the comments want it too.
Do they really? Wow,
Yes.
the Cards. There are no. Okay, I'm the only one that think it's the Packers. Okay, I'm outnumbered here. Let's
go.
Packers Nation. Remember who stuck their neck out for you.
Kyler's going to kill him with his legs. I watched Miami dial up every perfect run fit for all their zone read shit, and Kyler still broke it because he's so fast. Pittsburgh hosting Buffalo.
So what happened here in the regular season? Didn't we have Pittsburgh winning this game?
Yeah, but it's in Buffalo, isn't it?
It was, yeah. Yeah.
This Pittsburgh defense is just terrifying.
It is, and they'll have two shots against Buffalo, and I mean, that probably helps them.
To have seen it once.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And you're counting on the Bills, who, while it hasn't been their script to run the ball, I don't think there's been enough examples of them running the football when you're dealing with Tuitt and Hayward. So, like,
yeah, they're not going to be able to run the ball.
If this is where the gas runs out, I could live with it. I think the Bills can win this game, but I think Pittsburgh at home is probably the smart pick here when you're doing it like this.
Is this a hot take that if you were the Buffalo Bills, you're the 3 seed? Would you rather draw Kansas City than draw Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Based on your style of play.
Yeah.
And I know that Buffalo tried to muddy it up when they played Kansas City earlier this season, but that was more the weather, right?
Yes, but Kyle, the game that they played was, please God, run the football on us. We don't want Mahomes to throw it. And Kansas City obliged, and Kansas City converted, as bad as the Bills played on offense in that game. Kansas City converted 2 third and longs in the fourth quarter. And
they had the script they wanted going into the
right. The Bills introduced enough variance in that game to give them a chance at the end. They just didn't, and they didn't obviously play well on offense. I would rather play Kansas City in this. If everything went to script like we've outlined it, I'd rather have Kansas City, as stupid as that sounds.
No, I agree with you. So, I mean, I think we both you've kind of outlined Pittsburgh as there's enough variables there to pick Pittsburgh to win this game.
It's fine. I'm not going to sit here on this podcast and predict the Bills win the Super Bowl. It's just not going to happen. So somewhere it's going to happen, right? I got a playoff win. I got a division title.
I mean, you win 12-4.
Right. What am I going to
won a playoff game? Right. You ran.
Everybody in the world would have taken that. Everybody in the world would have taken that going into the year. So whatever. If I sat here and tried to convince everyone the Bills win the Super Bowl, I'd be laughed out of town. And I honestly don't think they're going to. So there's that.
We have Baltimore against Kansas City.
Chiefs.
Yeah. This Baltimore offense just needs to find their rhythm. And until they do, I can't take them seriously as a potential deep playoff run team.
So here we go. So this is that same scenario.
Yes, we got it
3
again.
times in 1 year. 7 of the last 10 times now with the Buffalo of Miami.
Call me crazy. I think New Orleans wins again. They have They have spanked Tampa both times.
Okay, can we go back to the summer?
No, we can't, Joe, because it's like everything else. It's a fluid process. And I know Joe wanted to sit here and pick the Saints, and everybody else on the scouting staff picked the Buccaneers.
Not Brentley.
Now you
Give
want to see
Brentley
here?
some credit. Give
Okay.
Brentley credit. He was with me on this.
I get it. But now I've seen them play twice. And the Saints kicked the shit out of them both times. I can't sit here and pick Tampa Bay to win the game. I can't do it.
Saints. Dude, look at this, Matt. Dude, we hit 3 times now. We have like a repeat game, like divisional game.
But at least this wasn't a sweep because we picked them to split.
So everybody's been yelling at us in the comments about how, that was Carroll and McVay. This isn't McVay. Cliff's not winning a second playoff game.
I just don't think they're ready. Russell,
No.
I will bet on Russell Wilson over anybody that's not named Patrick Mahomes in the field right now with how well he's playing this season. So we good with this?
Montel would like us to know that Kyler ain't losing to Seattle, Arizona here. I'm surprised. Real shocking there.
Yeah,
I had the ability to take the L for the Bills. Against a Ben Roethlisberger fading arm in the cold. You're taking this L to Russ on the road in the playoffs.
Until we gave you a playoff win, man.
Right, man.
We gave you a playoff.
We gave you a win over. If Arizona knocks off Rodgers and Wilson in consecutive weeks, just go ahead and crown them to champs.
What's interesting is on the NFC side of things, as we transition to the conference championship, is these are 2 flawed teams, right?
No matter how you spun it, you were going to get that, right? In the NFC.
I think, yes. I mean, Green Bay with the run defense, Tampa Bay with the way that they've played against New Orleans. New Orleans, their offense outside of, with Michael Thomas being away, they have looked really rough to watch at times. Seattle's defense is horrible.
Can I say something about Seattle's defense?
Yeah.
They've got reinforcements coming. Carlos Dunlap is on this team now. He made some plays on Sunday against Buffalo. Jamal Adams is healthy now. Shaquille Griffin's going to get healthy at some point. I mean, right now, Quentin Dumpar's, he's hurt.
And he's out there.
Snacks Harrison at some point come off of the practice squad and help this team.
I think that's the justification we need.
For sure. Like, this defense is going to play better. They're way more talent. I know that they're like on pace to give up 1,000 more yards than any other team in the history of the NFL passing the football. But there's some regression coming back down. Like so we see regression to the mean when somebody's playing well, they come down. Like, it's got to go up a little bit here. And they have the answers on the team, man. Seattle.
Take all that plus New Orleans playing outside in cold weather Seattle in the wintertime. Give me the Seahawks.
And I think this little stretch here for the Seahawks with the devastating loss to Arizona, going to Buffalo and losing, and I mean, Russ has turned the ball over 7 times. Exactly.
Yep, it's going to be good for him.
It's exactly right. Yep. Not every team can bounce out of that, but
that sound you just heard was Vontel signing off of the stream. Other side of the fence, we got Chiefs versus Steelers.
Chiefs.
All the arguments about Big Ben's arm, I think there is some merit there. Mahomes at home.
He's not matching Mahomes.
So now we got the 2-1 seats. Kansas City. Oh, Vontel's still here. What's up, bud?
I love Vontel, man. He's sticking with
Chiefs versus Seahawks Super Bowl.
Yeah, this is fun, huh? Couple of league MVPs, couple of Super Bowl MVPs.
I really don't want to pick a repeat, but I think I have to.
Do you want to talk about it, or do we just think that the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl?
Do you have any compelling argument for why Seattle would win the game?
Russ.
Okay. Mahomes on the other side. So got you there.
That's it. Here's the thing.
That's it, right? Like,
Andy Reid's an exceptional head football coach.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Carroll.
Just got an extension, Pete Carroll. Good for Pete. Keeps on ticking.
Back-to-back dubs for the Chiefs, man.
It's been a long time coming. Andy Reid to win a really long time without winning a Super Bowl. you look at his resume, this is the resume of a guy that should have a couple of Super Bowls, right?
Oh, for sure. This
So
guy's unbelievable.
with that in mind, we're picking the
There it
Chiefs.
is.
We're
There it
picking the
is. And now officially, I'm over the Chiefs.
Right. They'll be insufferable by the end this is done. They're still fun.
Right. Now I'm done.
Not anymore. Now we're ready for some new blood. So now the actual draft dude's predicted draft order. We have no idea what it looks like. We haven't looked at it at all. Are you ready?
I know that Trevor Lawrence is a Jet.
Is he? Yeah, we picked
Yeah, they only have
Jacksonville to win 2 games.
115.
Yeah.
I'm watching that as close as I am anything.
Okay, here we go. Jets, Jaguars, Washington, New York Giants, Denver Broncos, top 5.
It's fun.
Dallas, Chargers, Falcons, Bengals, Lions. Where did this Texans pick go?
14.
Golly. Patriots at 13 is a good spot for them. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Outside the quarterback strike zone?
Exactly. Unless they want to roll with Trask, and please God, draft Trask. Build around and commit to him for 4 years. See what happens.
So, draft dudes, formal midseason forecast as we get ready for Thursday Night Football kick. Your projected divisional champions in 2020, according to the draft dudes at the midway point of the year: Pittsburgh, Tennessee, Buffalo, Kansas City, Seattle, Philadelphia, Tampa Bay, and Green Bay. Your AFC champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Your NFC champions, the Seattle Seahawks. Your Super Bowl champions, repeating Kansas City Chiefs. Draft order, we're assuming you're not watching us live at this point. You're listening to the podcast on Friday. Jets, Jags, football team. Giants, Broncos, Cowboys, Chargers, Falcons, Bengals, Lions, top 10 of the 2021 NFL Draft. How's that? Sean already wants a mock draft with that order.
I love that. I love that energy, man.
We'll see. No promises, because we already did one. Fontel, hot take. Arizona's going to be the first ever 7 seed to win a Super Bowl. That's wild.
See you on Sunday, Vontel.
Oh, there you go, Joe Marino. Kyle Krabs, Joe Marino, Draft Dudes, live stream. We're done here. Let us know. Tweet at us. Grinding the tape. The Joe Marino, if you want us to do the mock draft with our projected order, we would be happy to oblige, I'm sure. Thanks for watching or listening. Enjoy the weekend of football.